So, anyway, I'm up as usual at 5:13 cooking me some sausage, eggs, and my grits. So I wanted some damn grits. I was like, I'm like, okay, I cooked these grits for about 7 minutes. Why are they not getting smooth? I looked it up on the Quaker website. They don't make those the same anymore. The Quaker grits, they don't make them the same. A lot of people are complaining that they're not the same anymore. It's not the same formula. The grits are taking too long to cook. I said, okay, that makes sense. Because I know I wasn't the best at making grits, but it was usually because I had too much grits in the pot. I done learned, you know, not to put too much grits in the pot. But that didn't mean I didn't, undercook them. That I undercooked them or anything. That just means it took longer because I had too much in there. But lately, I ain't been putting too much in there. I've been putting too less. And I'm like, so what's going on? What's up with that? Give me a paper towel. So what's up with that? That don't make sense to me. So anyway, um, and then I find out on the website, and these are from people, like random people, that a lot of people are saying that their formula ain't the same, and it's taking too long to cook, and they don't come out smooth. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. So, yeah. And by a lot of people, I mean over hundreds and thousands of people are saying the same thing. Like, it's just taking too long, even if you have it like on a low simmer, your grits are getting clumpy, and you gotta add more and more and more and more and more water to it. Like, you can't let it simmer on low. So, yeah, they changed the formula. I was like, that's good to know. Because I thought it was me. And I know I used to cook grits in New York. Like I said, the only problem I used to have is, according to my godmother, is I put too many in the pot. So, that's some good sausage. It's hot. I'm about to make my eggs. Cook my eggs up. Hold on, y'all. Sit y'all here. That's enough egg for me. Yeah, I got my night dress on. I don't want to hear it. I've seen people come on YouTube with worse, okay? Ain't no nudity, because all you see is my chest, okay? don't see my tatas. You just see my chest. As if I was wearing a regular bathing suit or something like that. So don't even try it, okay? Anyway, people come on here with their panties, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I done seen that one. Twerking on with they drawers on. So, excuse me if I'm in my nightmares at 5:20 in the morning. Gotta season. Gotta season up my eggs. Season up my eggs. Oh yeah. Some basil working there. Some basil. And my husband got rid of the we had bought by deal. I think he didn't like it. He don't like that stuff. My husband's real funny about his seasonings. He don't like everything other people like. Like slap your mama. He don't like it. To him, it tastes too salty. Even though it ain't got no salt in it, he don't like it because he said it tastes too salty. Get me some cheese. Cheese about here. You want more cheese? I don't have any more cheese, guys. I use all the cheese in my macaroni and cheese. I'll buy me some more when I go to the store. Let me sit y'all here. I can have 2 bowls to open my cheese. Get my cheese out because I'm going to need it for my grits. Okay. I think about for my grits. I know I got it though. I better have it. I just bought some. We're gonna have to find it. We're gonna have to fucking find it this morning. What's that? That's cornstarch. I'm missing something. Where the fuck is it? Excuse my language. But y'all don't understand. Certain things that I buy in this house go missing because a certain person don't like them. That's your problem. That's not my problem. About to get real mad because I only eat my grits a certain way. And I've been like that since I was very little. At first, my dad couldn't get me to eat grits at all. Like, I wouldn't eat them. And then he put a little sugar on it. And that's the only way I eat it. He tried jelly. He tried syrup. All that shit. I'd be like, no thank you. So it's only one freaking way that I eat my grits. See, a certain person don't like sugar. I got powdered sugar. I got brown sugar. I use some brown sugar. But they don't like white sugar, so they toss the sugar completely. You didn't buy it, so why the fuck you gonna toss my shit? I don't go tossing their stuff now. Fucking seafood. Yeah, I don't go tossing their stuff, but they go tossing my stuff out the doors and putting them in a trash bag and all that type of shit. And see, that's not right, because you wasting somebody's money. You know, that's not your money. I don't give a damn if it is food stamps or whatever. Money is money. And you taking out of my kids' mouths by throwing stuff away. So now I gotta buy me some sugar. Anywho, let me get over here and cook my eggs. I get my kids up at 6 o'clock. My daughter was up just a few minutes ago. She said her little brother woke her up. But they was asleep all day yesterday because they didn't feel good. So, she was up this morning. Hopefully they can go to school and see how she feels. I think she should be able to survive the day. Yeah, I think she should be able to survive the day. I'm looking around, y'all, because my husband is swerving down. He's like, no, he ain't do that. He ain't tossed it. It's somewhere. My husband loves the benefit of the doubt. So if y'all see me constantly looking around, that's why. We decided that we was going to move. We're leaving South Carolina, period. And I ain't going to tell y'all where we're going. But if y'all go on my my community tab, you'll see based on the votes where we're going. Let's just put it that way. Whichever one got the highest vote, that's the one we're going to. We gotta get up out of here in South Carolina, period, because we just bad vibes all around. Dang on landlord. Tried to put in an eviction, but she couldn't. Because she want to say that my dog wasn't allowed there, but she took a deposit for my dog. So the judge denied that. That wasn't the first time she put in a bogus eviction. That was actually the third time she done put in a bogus eviction. The first time she put one in because she decided that she was going to get government assistance. Instead of waiting on the government assistance, she want to rush it. And she want me to pay double the government assistance. Like, she want me to pay while we're waiting. And I said, no. Why would I do that if they're paying you already? That's called fraud. That's called government fraud. And I ain't even with it, bruh. You ain't putting me in jail. Because the first thing you'll say is when the shit comes to the light is, oh, well, I didn't tell her she had to. She just did it by herself. So I don't know, you know what I'm saying, what happened or whatever. I ain't got nothing to do with it. And then they come lock my ass up. No, no ma'am. So when I went to the judge and I told the judge that, she said, oh yeah, you right. She gonna have to wait. So she was mad about that and continued to harass and call me every month because it takes at least 60 days for them to send a check and they pay all that back, all that time back. So she was upset that she had to wait. And then they paid that back and they paid it ahead of time. So she was happy for that time being. Now she tell me, well, don't wait till the last minute to put in the application. Okay, well, I have to wait until the last month according to the program. I have to wait till the last month is paid ahead. I cannot put in the application right when I just put in another application. I have to wait. So she was mad again because she wanted the money. She liked them to pay her ahead, but she don't want to wait. That's not my problem. Then you shouldn't take the program. And the judge agreed with me and said, yeah, you're right, Miss Jackson. She shouldn't take the program if she cannot wait. So anyway, the second time she put one in, same thing. She said I owed her a balance. And the check came the same day she put it in. Okay. That paid that off. Just say you ain't got to worry about it because I spoke to the program and the program said, yeah, we just sent out the check today. She should have got it. So, third time come around, they told her, I guess the judge told her, don't put no more in about no rent because you take this program and this program takes time. Any government assistance program takes time. So, she was like, okay, well, I can't put in for that. I'm going to go ahead and put in and say that your dog wasn't supposed to be here. I said, ma'am, you took my deposit for my dog. My dog was on the lease. Now all of a sudden it's not on there. When you made the new lease and now we don't have the old lease. What are you talking about? There's no dog on this lease. Yeah, because you made a new lease. I said, but I still have the money order that I gave you. I ain't getting no money order. I said, it's in your system, ma'am. Every money order I gave you is in the system. So it's in your books. So I guess she went to court by herself. And the judge ended up awarding me not only my a no eviction, but she also awarded me my security deposit back. She awarded me past due rent because there was a time when she went and fixed the water leak there, and I had to pay for the water leak because they didn't care about her repairs. They only allowed exception one time a year, and I told her numerous times that she needed to fix the water. She wouldn't fix it. And by major leak, I mean like $600 a month. And she wouldn't fix it. I don't know. I done checked it. What she would do is come in the house, check it, and then leave. She wouldn't go underneath the house. She wouldn't get a plumber to look at nothing. She would just go in the bathroom, have her non-certified maintenance man, who was her husband, go in the bathroom, check the toilet, see if it flushed, and then be like, oh, ain't nothing wrong. So, yeah, I dealt with that for, I think it was 2 or 3 months. So, the judge gets all this information. And the judge is like, she's awarded all that time she spent fixing that and paying the water bill herself. Because you're responsible for the repairs. She's not supposed to be responsible. And for the water leak. So, anyway, she gets awarded the money. And she decides she gonna lie and say that she sent the money back to the housing program. Including my security deposit. So I said, okay, whatever. I'm just done with South Carolina. Y'all already know about this. If you haven't seen about the other stuff, go check my channel. I talk about all that stuff. So, on top of all that, there's that. So, it's just too much. And me and my husband decided it's getting to be too much here. We were happier there. I'm not saying that we didn't go through hard times, because we did. We had a bunch of shit with the landlords there, because in the apartments there, they switch landlords and don't even tell you. They just switch landlords. And so whenever a new landlord comes in, they want to do new rules, new ways to, what I'm saying, to charge, new this, new that. And you're like, okay, wait a minute. Like, for instance, I used to stay in an apartment where the water was included. Well, a new landlord came and said, oh, well, we're splitting the water between the tenants. Whichever apartment, we look at the meter, whichever apartment is using the most water, that's who's going to pay the most. I said, you can't do that. You can't do that, because how you know there's not another person, because it's only one meter. So they just feel like, what I'm saying, if they feel that you got the most children or whatever, and you using the most water, they're going to give you the most of the bill. No, you can't do that. And so this landlord said, well, you know what? The tenants are right. We're going to have to give everybody individual meters. Well, the reason why they couldn't is because the way the land was set up, so they couldn't get individual meters. So then that landlord ends up selling the property to another landlord. Meanwhile, in between time, they just charging everybody $100 for water on top of their rent. So, yeah, I mean, it's not the best place either as far as landlords, but I'll tell you what, it's a lot better than this crap, because as far as the other stuff go, it wouldn't have got that far. They would have just allowed her to stay where she wanted to stay. Because when she came down here, they was like, okay, she down there. She with her mom. Who cares? She's not 8 years old anymore. She's a teenager, and she's about to be out of school. If she's deciding, I think she can make a logical decision. If she's deciding that she want to stay with her mom, leave her alone. We're not bothering her. So, South Carolina, Besides, no, we don't want to leave her alone. Because we don't want to see a black family together. So we don't want to leave her alone. So we're going to ship her back there ourselves without authority back to the grandmother's house. And now she's there. Now she's being neglected in South Carolina, holding their hands up going, oh, we didn't do it. And Georgia's like, we don't even know how she got back here. So we don't even want nothing to do with her. So the other day, my mom was fussing at her around this time, around 5:30 in the morning. And she was like, oh, you lied. You lied on your stepfather, and you you got my daughter thinking that I really didn't want you, and um, all this other mess that she was a child and she had nothing to do with. You took it upon yourself to make that decision for that child. She ain't gotta live with the consequences you do. You gotta live with the fact that your child don't want to talk to you. You got to live with the fact that your family is shunning you because they can't believe that you would do that to your own child. You do. Nobody else. You can't put it on her. She was too young. She didn't know her booty from her booty hole. So you can't get mad at her. You can't do nothing but get mad at yourself. You how old is my mom now? 49-year-old woman. At that time you was 45. 45 or between 40 and 45. So you knew what you was doing. She didn't know nothing. She just, felt like she was going with what grandma said because grandma promised her a bunch of stuff. That's all she knew. Like any child, you promise them a piece of candy. If they go over there and they yell and scream and holler, they're going to yell, scream, and holler. But you can't go back and be sorry for it and blame it on the child because you get in trouble. No. So anyway, yeah, Georgia was like, they ain't want nothing to do with it. They didn't even see how it got that far. And that's how it kind of was in Georgia. So, um, yeah. We tired of South Carolina and they bull stuff. And we don't have time to sit up here. My husband was yelling at me the other day, talking about, well, we got to sue all these people. No, we don't have to sue. We can sue because of what they did, but we want to enjoy life. That's stressful. Going to the court for this person, going to the court for that, going to the court for this. Because you're suing everybody. Can't sue one person without suing the other. And I mean landlords and all. It's just, we don't. It's just negative. That's negative. I mean, we wanted to, we could have sued one person, and that's Fulton County, for even, what I'm saying, placing her with such a bad person. But that's one person. Here, we got to sue landlords, we got to sue social workers, we got to sue police. I ain't got time. I don't have not only time, but I don't have the money to be, paying these attorneys. And these attorneys don't really care because they, you know, This is a Republican state. That's all I'm gonna say. If you know, you know. This is a Republican state. So they don't really want to see a black family happen no way. So I mean, my own doctor tried to kill my unborn child, and then they ain't even talking about it. So we just feel like it's better, and that's another thing I ain't never had to deal with. I ain't never had to deal with worrying about if I hospital will they do something to me. Cause I done been to the hospital plenty of times for like I had an emergency labor at the hospital. They had none of my paperwork. When I first moved to Georgia with my son, I was pregnant with my son Jonah. They had none of my paperwork. They had to rush and get all my paperwork to make sure that they didn't need to do this and need to do that as far as, you know, a blood transfusion or any kind of infections I had or anything. And they found out I was all healthy. Um, they had to do my blood work because they said New Jersey had lost my paperwork. So they had to do my blood to see what blood type I was in case I did need a transfusion. South Carolina, like I said, tried to kill my unborn child before I was even in my second trimester. So I was like, no, mm-mm. I was like, I'm not. But anyway, I'm about to eat. I just came on here to talk to y'all while I cook. I'm cook my grits, my eggs, and my sausage. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.